Letitia James is using New York taxpayer money to pay for her high-priced, fancy schmancy former Hunter Biden attorney. Abbe Lowell is the attorney she's using. By the way, in Abbe's defense, Abbe has also defended the Kushners, including Ivanka Trump Kushner. And so he has worked for both sides, but nonetheless, a very expensive attorney. So she's going for the best here. She's racking up the bills. And you know who's not happy? Taxpayers. New York Post had a big op-ed on this the other day. Nixon taxpayer-funded legal defense slush fund for Letitia James and any other state politician facing federal investigation. So in this case, you've got an attorney general that's being accused of personal crimes. In other words, when you go and you take out a loan for a home in Virginia and you allegedly say it is your personal residence, and then after the fact, you're getting called out on it, that's kind of a personal issue, right? So why would you be using taxpayer funds to defend yourself from that? That's what taxpayers are saying, like, hey, this is not fair. Like, this is something that she may have screwed up in her personal life, kind of like, you know, back in 1983 when she decided to sign a document saying that she was the wife of her father. That is something that would be a personal violation, right? So again, why would she be able to use taxpayer dollars to defend herself against that? I remember how they went crazy, oh my gosh, when Donald Trump was using campaign dollars to defend himself against Letitia James. Yeah, Letitia's taking a step further. She's going for taxpayer money. I mean, this woman is unbelievable, right? So she's hired this high-priced attorney, Abbe Lowell, commands a pretty penny, and then expects New York taxpayers to foot the bill because, as she told us, she somehow thinks that this is all just politically motivated, right? Then that's her defense. She's going to say this is political.
I have to ask you, I mean, there were reports today that the Justice Department has launched a criminal investigation into real estate transactions that you're involved with. I'm not validating that in any way, but I wanted to just ask you if you've received a formal notice of that at this point.
No, not at all. These allegations, Jen, are baseless. They have been discredited, refuted. There was a letter that was prepared by my attorney that was sent to Pam Bondi, the United States Attorney General. And it's unfortunate that President Trump publicly attacked me a few days ago. And as a result of that, he telegraphed to the Department of Justice and to FBI that I should be targeted. You see, this is nothing more than an extension of his revenge, his retribution. And he finally got up to the J's. And so,
well, you know, maybe, Letitia, if you weren't out there buying homes and saying they were going to be your primary residence, again, I want to say that's what's being alleged. Let's get all the paperwork. This is why they're subpoenaing people, right? This is why there's the grand jury investigation, etc. If this is the case, then kind of that's your own problem, right? You are the one who sort of screwed up there. And I think that you should be responsible for the legal bills. I don't think this is a taxpayer issue to get your lawyer to issue. This was something like 44 pages, by the way. You have Abbe Lowell saying that this is nothing but a political witch hunt. Oh my gosh. I mean, again, the irony of everything is really just so darn incredible. In the meantime, Letitia James is also under fire at this moment because she's being accused of targeting small businesses. We know that she's going to target anybody she wants to target, right? That's the whole problem with having an attorney general that's a political animal instead of just a legal animal. In other words, do your job, lady. Stay in your lane, lady. Do not just try to attack people for political reasons. And the fear now in the state of New York is this is what she's doing. I get it. Remember, and we said this at the time, this was effectively the danger with having an attorney general with such enormous scope that she could go after someone for what she went after Donald Trump for. And by the way, this has not come back from the appellate court yet, but I expect that it will. And when it does, you're going to see that they throw the whole thing out because they're going to say she shouldn't have done this. If you listen to, and you can go back and listen, we've played it extensively here on this show. If you listen to what the judges are saying, they can't understand how she has the legal authority to even be going after a private transaction. And they're worried that she has overstepped her bounds in massive ways. Well, this is what small businesses are now worried about because of a new kind of law that she has put in place. I want to take you over to the New York Post, actually, which has been all over the story. Of course, it's New York. And they're saying that her pro-consumer push that she has put forward is expected to spark legal shakedowns and boost greedy lawyers. Businesses are like, whoa, because it's one thing, right? You want to protect consumers, but you also have to remember to protect the business owners as well. And the fear with Letitia James is that she's doing anything she can for political reasons. If she thinks it's going to score her a political chip, then she's in the game. And that's what's so frightening and disheartening and disgusting, frankly, about one Letitia James. And we saw it in full view, did we not? And you know what? Now he's president of the United States. So good luck, honey bunny, right? As Mike Davis said, you might just find your fat, let's go with tush, in prison. All right, because this is a whole different Trump administration. Whole different administration. And those, what do they say? Those in glass houses should not throw stones. Oh, Letitia, you should have listened to that one a little bit more closely. Again, we're totally independent here on the Trish Regan Show. We like it that way, and we love our sponsors for supporting us and helping making sure this show comes to you for free every single day. Go check out Balance in Nature. I take the fruits and veggies. Everybody's really into health right now. You hear RFK Jr. talking about it all the time. We got to get rid of all the bad stuff in our food. Well, these are vitamins, but they got good stuff in them. So they're gluten-free, they got no artificial nonsense, and I take them because I need, and you've heard this before, I need my vitamin D. So thanks to these guys, I now have normalized vitamin D levels. Balanceinnature.com. Again, I take the fruits and veggies. You should look at it. They have a lot of different things there. Tons of testimonials from people all over the world. My code word is Trish. So you get 35% off if you use code Trish. You help me, you help yourself, and 35% off. Also free shipping and money back guarantee. You can also call them 1-800-246-8751, 1-800-246-8751.